Welcome back, guys, to the Mindcrack server. We are working on the house today. Excuse me, Z camera. Just let me harvest some gourds right there. We're going to be doing another farm today. I've been doing some work off camera, trying to fill in the shape of the sphere. And while I'm thinking about it, let's harvest some reeds. So I've done a little bit of work just trying to fill out the shape to get a better overall idea of what it's going to look like once all the different fragments are in place and what the sort of divisions between them will be like. So we've got this like crack going up here that's not quite straight. We may change it later to make it straight. It depends on how, it depends on what direction I take it. Is it going to be like machinery? And if so, it will probably be straight, these cracks. They'll be more precise, like machinery, like the Death Star. Or we could take it in a more organic thing, a more organic style, like it's a moon that's been shattered by impact or something, in which case we'll do the jagged thing. I'm sort of, at this point, I'm leaning towards machinery, because we have all this machinery on the inside. Anyway, I made a few extra sections. So this guy right here is going to be where the storage is going to be. I'm getting some frame rate issues for some weird reason. I have no idea why. I almost never get frame rate issues in Minecraft. Maybe someone's doing something laggy. That's entirely possible. Generic B's online. I blame him. Storage is going to be here. This shape looks a little wonky, doesn't it? It doesn't look quite right. It's too funky. What I was trying to do is keep a 3-block gap between this storage area fragment and the other ones. And because they're at different levels, it sort of jumps around to keep that 3-block gap. But it doesn't quite look right. So we're gonna have to work on that. That's one of the things we need to figure out. I also added one for the portal here and just did a real simple coal block thing. It's pretty minimal at the moment. We may keep it minimal, but I'm thinking we're going to detail all of it at some point. And then here I've got a big, huge section which we're going to work on today. We're going to put some farms in there. And I decided that instead of doing a lot of tiny little fragments for some of the farms for items I don't need as much of, we're going to combine some of them into a bigger fragment. I think that's going to look better in the end. So today we're going to do a farm up there for netherrack, potatoes, and carrots, because they're all farmed the same way, similar to wheat. And unfortunately, you have to plant them manually. So we're not going to have like a total automation like this, because we're going to have to be up there to plant them, but we're going to do some automatic harvesting where it'll pop, some pistons will pop everything out. What was I going to look for next? Okay, so one thing I want to look at really quickly is the kind of spacing we're going to need. I've had a cold for the last several days. So I apologize if my voice sounds funky, if I cough or sneeze or anything like that. And my videos have been a little sporadic. It's been hard to record this week because of the cold the last 3 days or so. I think this is like the third day. First day, it's sort of, I could tell it was coming on. It didn't really affect me too much. Second day affected me quite a bit, and this is the third day, and I'm still feeling a bit under the weather. I don't get sick very often. This is the first time I've been sick in a couple of years, maybe at least a year. So I think we're gonna do something like this. Where's my blocks? Where the blocks will be permanently out like that. And then we'll have a platform. And let's see, do I have any buttons pre-made? We can use a lever for right now. We're going to use a button in the end. We'll have a lever for each level like this. And what'll happen if you flip that, it'll invert the torch, turn off the redstone, and pull back the, actually, let's go ahead and make a button. Button. Who got the button? But it's going to retract the dirt, which will pop off all the plants inside. And where's my... I should have some... Yeah, there we go. Some smooth stone. It'll pop off everything that's planted. And what it's going to do is the popped off stuff should fall here and then get pushed back out right to you. Like that. So it'll fall down and then get pushed into this sort of trough, which I suppose if we wanted to, we could fill this trough with hoppers and then have those hoppers go automatically down to storage like the other farms. What do you think, Zed? He's kind of spaced out. He likes to stare in one direction and not move for hours. But that's the idea. So we're going to need 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, a minimum of 5 blocks of depth per shelf. And we've got 3 things. A shelf for carrots, a shelf for potatoes, and a shelf for netherrack. And I don't need a lot of any of these. Because, well, the only thing I use potatoes for are, I guess, a backup food source if I run out of steak. But I got a lot of steak, and it's easy to get it. Carrots, I may start using gold carrots to eat because of the insane saturation. And you also use those for potions. You use nether wart for potions, but you only need 1 for every 3 potions. So, we don't really need all that much. All right. So what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks at a minimum. 5 blocks of depth. And then probably a 6th block for the glass. For the little casing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's say the glass is going to be here. Just randomly. We'll leave an extra block there for an edge or something. So glass will be there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just use the cobblestone for where the redstone is going to be powering the pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I counted wrong, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So the redstone would be there. That's better because that gives us a little bit more room. What I wanted to see is how many blocks of farmland we could get out of each shelf. The shape is going to be kind of funky and limiting, but that's just the nature of the beast when you build inside of a giant spherical shape. So we could do it there. We would get 4 blocks wide. If we left this one empty for a future staircase or for the ladder for now, we would only get 4 blocks out of this level. If we went up there, we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a little better. And then we're going to need, what, like 3 blocks in between each one? So that would be the ground at the absolute most compact. That would be the ground for the next level. Kind of cramped, though. So I would prefer to have 3 blocks in between levels, just so you don't feel so cramped all the time. But that's the idea. I'm going to figure out what layout works best, and then we'll get to work with the actual construction. So, guess what I need to make that farm? I need sticky pistons. Guess how you make those sticky pistons? You make them with pistons, and guess what? Slime balls. Guess what I don't got? I don't got no slime balls. So we gotta go get some. So I ran around my area, and I located the nearest... underwater battle. I located the nearest swampland. We're gonna do a little bit of slime slaughtering. We are just a little bit southeast of my house. The swamp, actually, it's pretty small. I have to say, it's one of the smaller swamp. Whoa, buddy! It's It's one of the smaller swamps I've ever seen. But as long as it's spawning the slammies, I don't care. So we just got 20 right there because I'm using a looting 3 sword. Oh! Ah, buddy. Get a knockback job. I've got a cough drop in my mouth. I apologize if you can hear that. I'm trying to preserve my throat as much as possible. The amount of time I can speak without it becoming very irritated is not very much. Okay, let's avoid the creeper. I'm also been gathering the odd lily pad. Oh, yeah, one shot you. One shot you. And I did bring some potions, so I'm not really... Even if a creeper blows up, I mean, who cares? Who cares? What you gonna do, sucker? What you gonna do? And I only need... I think I only need maybe like half a stack of sticky pistons total. But I will probably farm some for a while here. Just so I don't have to come back here all the time. Now, you see over yonder? There's something over yonder I wanna look at right now. Herp. And then I'll probably do some more slime ball farming off camera. Yeah, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Okay, let's outrun him. He can't swim very fast. Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, you're gonna sit there and bob up and down. Swim just as slow as I do. I bet they don't know this move right here. Hey-oh! Yep, leaving them behind. That creeper's super duper slow. So over here we've got a temple, and to the best of my knowledge, I don't know if anybody's living out in this corner of the map. I think I may be the farthest one out. I'm not sure though. We don't have a organized nether hub yet. So I'm not sure where everyone's house is. So let's go up here and see if this temple's been molested or not. I'm gonna say no. Almost certainly no. Unless they replace the blocks after digging them. Where did you come from? Did you fall through there? Or did you come from these upper levels? You did something you did something crazy. Okay, let's use these. Just for now, let's close up the holes. So nothing can come in here. Thank God that's a stone pressure plate and not a wooden pressure plate. Otherwise, we would have just blown up the whole thing. Okay, we can start here. I do have ladders, but we'll just dig our way down since this is just a one-time trip. Unless there's just an ungodly amount of loot down here, which I wouldn't turn away. I wouldn't be disappointed. Oh, that was close. Almost stepped on that. And we will take the TNT. Oh, yes. Jackpot. 16 gold. Oh, right. Some more bones. More gold, more bones. Okay, I'm noticing a theme here. One piece of iron and zombie flesh. Lovely. Ah, but what we also get... TNT. Which I will take. Thank you very much. There we go. Don't technically need a torch there. And I guess we'll leave the chests down there. I don't really need them. It's only 32 wood. That's very easy to get. Okay, so pretty good find. Ended up with 18 extra gold and 1 ingot and 9 TNT, which is actually kind of valuable until I get a mob spawner farm thingy set up, which probably won't be till my full-size house, the super duper thingy. But I'm gonna farm some more slime balls and then we'll get back to building the farm. So, there is a little bit of an issue here. I decided to make my house out of quartz blocks and coal blocks, and turns out I'm out of them. I'm totally out of quartz blocks. All I have are these slabs left. I have a little bit of coal blocks left. Not enough to finish. This is what it looks like right now. I'm thinking what I may do is shave off the top here, the bits we didn't use, that we didn't fill up. If you look at these guys, they kind of, the shard or whatever you want to call it, the section of the sphere, it only occupies the stuff that's actually being used. There's not like a bunch of extra fluff up there, so I may just shave that off to recover some materials. And similarly on the lower side here, we gotta have an extra. There's a lot of extra materials we could recover, but it's ready to be set up. It's not exactly finished because I ran out of blocks. I started using my my pumpkins now that we're making them to take out the torches back here. So this right here is going to be irrigating the crops here. So the crops are 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks over as far as you can be. And 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks over at max. So they should all be irrigated. And the sort of the way to get up here is a little awkward. I have no clue how I'm going to connect all these things once we remove the scaffolding and these temporary ladders. I'm thinking some sort of staircase system connecting everything. Maybe. I don't know. I guess those will be problems we'll solve once we get to that point. Oh, derp. What am I doing? Okay. I swear I've played this game before. You don't plant those on netherrack. You plant them on the soul sand. I'm pretty sure I have some that I brought back specifically for that reason. And you don't need to irrigate netherrack, or not netherrack, but nether wart. But I guess I'll do it anyway in case I ever decide to swap out the different levels for different crops for whatever reason. All right. There we go. And I also staggered them a little bit because we're working on a curve here. So to emphasize that a little bit, the middle one is 1 block farther in. And this thing doesn't quite connect up, does it? I am running low on materials. I need to do a caving run pretty badly. Okay, let's set up the other two. That's got the water. And we got this guy. It's kind of a similar deal in each level. There we go. Fill me up. Okay, it's all still. No water rushing sounds. And this guy, we should actually be able to plant these. So I'm going to put the potatoes up on top because I don't anticipate needing to use them. I don't have enough blocks to close this in. Now, I wanted to have sort of the mechanics of these things showing, i.e. pistons, like here. But just the way that this one is set up, it doesn't really lend itself to that because the mechanics of it are horizontal. Irrigate this dude. Okay, that should be good. No more water sounds, lovely. And irrigate you, or rather, till you? Till up this soil. Okay, so there's 3 more crop types taken care of in one video. Yay! I guess I go ahead and show this again. Now, the piston operation isn't perfect because this is just sort of a let's get it done kind of thing. So what happens here? You shut off the line and the pistons retract. However, this block right here is sending power to this piston, so it stays retract for like just a second longer, and then it does that. And unfortunately, you have to till it each time. I didn't think you would have to do that. It should stay tilled. Huh. 1 block, 2 block, 3 blocks. It's 4 blocks. I don't know why it didn't stay tilled. This water should be irrigated. For some reason, it reverted there. Oh, and we are missing a little balcony here. We got a stray potato down there. Well, and I don't have a hopper system set up yet. I don't know if I'm going to be using one. I may just... I don't know, because you're not going to get many from each one, and I don't use them that much. I may just carry them down in my inventory because I'm going to have to come up here to replant and then come back down. So I may just carry the leftovers with me. Maybe these guys and the wheat, similar deal that you have to replant manually. Maybe we'll just leave them like that. Okay, let's see, what else to do? I guess that's it. That's about all we can do today. I need to go caving. Where am I going to put these? I guess I'll put these with the plants and the food. Put that up there. Oh, another thing I forgot about. I totally forgot about cocoa beans. So we may have to have a cocoa bean farm in one of our areas. Maybe we'll team it up with the cactus farm. I don't know. It's kind of like how we paired these guys up. It kind of looks neat. It needs work, though. It's not as... I don't know. The whole area needs work. We're getting there, though. And it won't be too long before we have all the farms taken care of. We can work on refining everything, get the storage area set up. And I can drop off the duplicate bucket and the hoe. I suppose I should have, like, an item frame with a hoe in it or a chest with a hoe or something like that up over there. Oh, I have another hoe. Look at all these hoes. Put that back in the bar. This goes over like that. I put them in the order of most importance towards this end because it's faster to get to them if you're here with your scroll wheel. So, in an emergency, you need to get to that potion quickly. Let's see what else. I guess we can just put these guys back. Okay, so I guess that's it for this video. Stay tuned next time. We'll be working on the mapping stuff. And I've been doing some calculations, and it's going to be a doozy, this map room. I sort of underestimated the amount of work it's going to take by a long shot. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.